young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this.
The coach, you're used to rain all the time over there in Orlando. It is a much less frequent occurrence here, yet wet weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, turn it in. Mike is 59, Mike is 59. Defense, 3, 1, 2, check off.
First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. To throw again on second down. Murray, Quan Alexander in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Quan Alexander, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
He'll take it at the 42. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! Here we go, let's go, D, let's go! All right, let's get there. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check! 11, 11. Check!
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
12, fellas, here we go. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Watch the twist, watch the twist. 36, 36.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Here we go.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, exit. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. Yeah, that's what I do. Mike's 43. Hey, gun.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
There is a top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
A 4th-round pick in 2018. Chase Edmonds with a carry. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. Last year as a rookie, Edmonds got more action than most people anticipated as David Johnson's backup. 80 touches, 60 of them on the ground, 20 through the air. 4th-round pick in 2018 out of Fordham, who had a whopping 5,800 rushing yards during his college career. They think his future's bright in Arizona. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Two. Hey, tighten down. Hey, gun.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Bang. 11.
On 1st down, here's Breida. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the Cardinals' 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
White. I got you.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
11. Hey, gun. 43. Hey, man. Watch the boot. 43 is left.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A 58-yard attempt.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. Corey Peters there.
was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
12, fellas, here we go. I got you, son. I got you, son. Check 43. Hey, wahoo! 43 is the mic. 65. I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Started to look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The results for them so far, not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way? Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert!
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Safety's creeping. Watch the ship.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
21. 58, boys. 58. Hey, orbit.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Now, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Well, that's a familiar connection right there. Christian Kirk was in the same class as Kyler Murray at Texas A&M. They played together as freshmen before Murray transferred. Kirk, though, he stayed in College Station, had a great 3-year career before being drafted 47th overall in 2018. Was having a solid rookie campaign last year, but then broke his foot in Week 13 and was shut down the rest of the way. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slapped. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Murray now on 1st down. This complete to the tight end Clay. A gain of 10, 1st down Arizona.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Murray now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down now. It's Drake, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Next to score, Cardinals 7, 49ers 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Check, 59.
1, Omaha.
Not today. Watch the edge.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin as the first half is winding down. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know that.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Here we go. 180. Lock.
They run with Breida. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation, as you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Let's put that team on the box. Slam. 21. Slam.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Demir Bird, 79 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Now it's Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. That's all right.
12.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Watch the pass.
From the 35 on second down, Garoppolo. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack.
It's now third down.
Hey, check 24.
Check nickel.
21. 1, Omaha.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be intercepted. The All-Pro corner, Patrick Peterson. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Mike is 59. Mike's the 59.
On third down, Murray, and able to find Kirk complete. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Ready? Right. Mike 59. Watch the screen.
Play fake, Murray. He'll buy some time right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Here we go. 180.
59.
65.
This is Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
11.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
Hey, gun.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And that's going to be intercepted. The All-Pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. To throw is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now. As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top. Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3.
He's coming, double up. 6. Check 59, right?
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. They'll toss it to Breida. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Mostert. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
13. I got you.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
A big spot now for the rookie Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I got you.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey, gun. 21. Here we go. Hey, team 6. I got this.
59. All day, dog.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Two.
Garoppolo looking to throw. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Emmanuel Sanders. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
65. You gonna take 11.
Now Mostert. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Again, 7 yards. And it's